Quick shout out to my Patreons who keep this channel going. You can join my Patreon down in the description below. What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're interacting to the 6th episode of the case study of Vanitas. This one's titled Questions, and oh boy, I have a lot of questions about this series. So yeah, we're back into it. Apologies it's taken so long to get to new episodes, but a lot of things have happened this season. Working to catch up as best I can, and here we are with episode 6. We'll be doing at least episode 7 today, if not more, depends on how I'm doing for time today. But I do have... I'm now a day behind on the days I wanted to be on, so it's like, it's a mess. But yeah, we are continuing on, not dropping this series. No chance in hell that I would drop this at any point. It's just, like I said, the schedule got really messed up this season. And so, questions, there's a lot of questions I want to ask about this series. A lot of them relate to Vanitas himself, because it's very hard to get a gauge on what type of character he is, whether he is protagonist or antagonist, really. Like, what are we meant to consider him? Because, I mean, they've established the fact that very early on, there was a throwaway, it felt like almost like a throwaway line, but it was actually like a foreshadowing to what would eventually happen with Noe and Vanitas, in that Noe's going to kill Vanitas. And that was kind of established as such. So I'm wondering what's going to be the turning point that makes Noe want to do such a thing. Is it going to be a case of, oh, Vanitas is evil, I must kill? Is it a case of Noe being forced to, even though he doesn't want to? Is it a case of he says he kills Vanitas, but it's like he kills the current Vanitas and allows him to start anew? Or it's like, helps him complete his mission, therefore the Vanitas we know can die and rest, and then the true Vanitas or the new Vanitas can rise from that. I don't know how they're going to symbolize the death of Vanitas, whether they're being actually literal with it, or if they're implying a symbolic nature to it. I don't know. But we got a lot of backstory last time with Noe's childhood, where we met Domi, that we've been introduced to, and Lewis, who, Charlatan, well, not the organization Charlatan, because there's multiple entities under Charlatan's parade, right? But it's not like this singular one is Charlatan. I can't remember how it works. But I'm fairly certain that character is not called Charlatan. It's like, they are a collective known as Charlatan. It's like, yeah, if that makes sense, right? But yeah, we go through the backstory. Luis ends up being a curse bearer, and was carving wooden stakes for Noe to be the one to finish him off, because he didn't want to be just killed off. He wanted someone he could trust to kill him, which I get the sentiment, but that's always putting a lot of pressure and a lot of expectation on the other person, and 90% of the time it seems like the other person just doesn't want to do it and just can't go through with it. It's like, how can you kill your best friend, right? Or someone you could treat like a brother. It's like, how could you ever do something like that? So, ultimately, in their friend group, Mina was also a curse bearer, was meant to be executed, but we helped her escape, but her curse kicked in and she couldn't hold it back, and ultimately it was Lewis who, fueling his own rage, ends up killing her, but because he doesn't have full control over that ability, he ends up killing everyone, even the what we didn't know would be curse bearers, or if that was in their future or not. He just went and killed everything. And Noe didn't want to kill him, still trying to get him to return to normal. Louise was sucking his blood, and I guess about to kill him. I don't know how the blood sucking necessarily works from a terms of, like, if it has any impact on the curse. Like, would he come back as a curse bearer now, Noe? Or would anything else happen in that regard? We don't quite know specifics on that, really. But then the teacher comes in, and there was a very creepy shot of the teacher. And I know the teacher is going to be he's going to be a very complex entity into this, but right now they're just keeping him as, like, the mysterious teacher that is, like, Noe has a great respect for, but maybe is intentionally blanking out the memories that he doesn't want to remember of the teacher. Or the teacher has made him forget such memories. Who knows? And yeah, this charlatan entity wants to take Noe to meet Lewis, and basically corrupt him as well. But Vanitas appears to fend them off, because Vanitas was having his blood sucked by Jean, because that was a whole thing in episode 4. The blood sucking became very prominent in that episode. So I'm questioning what were the effects of that. Did anything happen because of that? Like, are we going to go back and see what happened because of that or not? Like, yeah, there's a lot going on. And questions is a very appropriate title because I have many. So I guess we'll see if any of them get answered here. But I'm just going to shut up and get into the episode because it's been too long since we watched this. So as per usual, these are time-based formats here on YouTube. If you want to see the full Patreon pitch, you can go to my Patreon down description below. £4 a month gives you access to all Patreon pitch recs I do on the channel, which is everything from my seasonal lineup, as well as Patreon request shows such as World Trigger, Sympho Gear, and Lock Horizon. Working to catch up with those series as best as possible, obviously. I think we should be able to hit my expected goals of when we finish those shows, so fingers crossed that I can actually deliver on that. I do intend to, where possible, because people put money up for those shows. I want to complete them as my priority, so hopefully we can do that. But here on YouTube, we do time-based, so button left of the screen, you'll see a time of the episode. I count down 3, 2, 1, play. Then play side the episode, I side the episode, and we should be in sync. Watch this one on Funimation as per usual, since they're the ones who license the series. We have the Aniplex logo and then the Funimation logo to start, so it's about 12 seconds logos, give or take. I'll call them out as they go past, but you'll see a screen flash on my face, the mic, or this part of my headset to tell when the scenes are transitioning. That shall be synced up as well. So, with all that said, let's get into the first of this week's episode, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Aniplex. Funimation. Cheers. Here we go. Never let your true name be taken. Don't kiss and tell, sure. Yep, not happening. Jean? Yep. Luca looked a bit weird in that shot, I'm not gonna lie, but still. It's just the art style of this show. Like, it likes to use the, like, chibi, cutesy art style even in scenes of, like, action. If there's one thing I had to say I didn't like about the overall art of the show, it would be that. I think they're over-reliant on it at times. Because they have a really nice style with this show, just in general. I think it kind of undermines a little bit of the serious tone sometimes. Just a bit, just a bit. It's not going to stop me from giving this like a 9.5 or 10 at the end of the season, though, that's for sure. Yeah, here we go. Yeah? Nania, okay. We got a name. The Queen's Fangs? Yep. All the other curse bearers. It's a lot of them. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Wait. Who was that meant to be? Yeah, no, they're gone. Is that Tommy? Mm-hmm. Dissonance, the bestial. That's a good name. Ooh. What visual. How do you know so much about all this? Well, I'm getting he has the book and he's been doing this for a while, I suppose, so. I still have serious doubts about how human he really is, but yes. Yes. Appropriate reaction. Alright. Mm-hmm. Lovely. Whew. God, I love the visuals of this world. It might as well be the devil, really. Again, there's this huge prejudice against them. Even though he's the one that just stopped it. Yeah, no. Hmm. There's one left. Okay. Oh boy. The sister. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. I mean, Vanitas basically has. Hmm. I still don't get what his goal is. Hmm. Wonderful. Hmm. What? I mean, she does looks more beastly. Yeah. Hmm. Ooh. I think the lag effect was intentional. It's hard to tell sometimes. Whoa. too late for this one, so this isn't going to be a saving. This is going to be an execution. Yeah. I mean, he did say that it was too late. Too late to save that one. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, what his ideas are. Eh. Hmm. That was a weird pause. Hmm. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Holy shit, okay. Hmm. Queen's Fangs. Yeah, that's her. Hmm. Yep. Freeze you in place. Hmm. Nobody said to the Marquis to help. Is Marquis coming? Wow. Wow. Hmm. Hmm. Wolverufin. Hmm. Oh boy, let's. Where do we start? Again, it's just a deep rooted. Mostly. That was true. Hmm. I mean, why are you protecting him so much? Yeah, but backs down. Hmm. Member of the Senate. Okay. Uncle. Okay. 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 Okay, and that offers basically the ultimate protection. Hmm. You don't want to anger him. She's not happy with that. I feel like there's more of a rift being formed between these two now. But he wants to apologize for it. Teacher. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Got it. Hmm. Okay. Okay, I see. Don't want just objective, good, bad. He wants the experiences of those that have to encounter such a book. So it's important to know those who have a curse very lightly or in the beginning stages can be saved. But if they go too far, Vanitas deems it as they must be slaughtered. I wonder if that's through experience or just his own judgments. I wonder on that. It's a cool shot. It's another cool shot. Okay. Yep. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. I think you got to him that time. Well, unfortunate, you're stuck with me. Hmm. We don't get to hear any of it because of the dumb bell. God damn it. Yeah, neither do I. I have no idea with him. Hmm. As his future said. Hmm. Hmm. Sure. Mm-hmm. Okay, so maybe he didn't kill him directly, but feels as though his death was his fault. And by thinking, because I couldn't do more, he died for it. Maybe that's what he meant by the day I kill you. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. That's ED. No, ow. No post credits or anything today. Interesting. Okay. I'm still really curious about why Vanitas is Vanitas the way he is. I'm really curious about that. I still feel as though the whole Blue Moon story is just an intrinsic lie built up in vampire culture. And there's more to it than just what has been said by them. Maybe because that's just so obvious to me. It's like, if you remember Promised Neverland, right? Where they said, like, Promised Neverland had a lot of those things where it's like assumes that, like, humans and demons like made this agreement, all that. It's like I was fully expecting that to be like all bullshit. It's like, oh, there's no human world. Why would there be a human world? But like, and then Promised Neverland just did something stupid with their ending, so it's like all that potential suspense was lost anyway. That reaching for grabbing scene now makes a bit more sense. Because I think that's what Noe means when he says to Vanitas, I kill you. Next time. Love. Okay. Love, huh? Love for who? Between who? What type of love are we referring to here? That's going to be a good question to ask. Again, like, it all hinges on the fact that I don't believe that it's as simple as Vanitas. Like, I'm talking like the vampire Vanitas, not the human Vanitas we have. It's confusing they share the same name. But I think the original, like, story that is told of, like, the Blue Moon vampires, like, cursed the red, like, all the other vampires and all that. Like, I still think that's a load of bull. And I think that story has been twisted to suit their desires. And to stop people from prying into it, probably. But I'm curious as to how our Vanitas links into all of that. And the book as well, and how that links in. And what originally caused the curse. Like, where did the curse start from? Maybe it was from Vanitas, unintentionally, and this is his... And the book is his attempt to try and rectify the wrongs that he's done in the past. Maybe. But the fact that there is an organization that is capable of corrupting, and we have some evidence of that, but they won't... Have we even tried to convince people of this organization, Charlatan? Like, have we not approached anyone with that information? Like, I guess we did, what was the name of that one guy? Oh, right, yeah. That's where we've heard Rufan before. Just reading back through this, we've heard that name before because that was the warning we were given, is that Jean is his Bourreau. Do you say it Bourreau? I forget how you say it, but his, like, executioner, basically. That is Jean, the Hellfire Witch. She's under him. That's why it makes sense. And then Luca, Uncle, you see the connections there. That makes more sense in my head now. I was like, they mentioned Rufin. I was like, I can't remember a lot of Rufin at this point. It's been too long. But yeah, there was some other, like, Lord or Orlok. There he goes. He's the only one that kind of knows of our savings of people and seeing that it's actually possible to be saved with that. I wonder if we approached Rufem with the information on Charlatan and how it can create curses, if that might start to change perception a bit. Because Rufem seems to be not on our side, but at least not against us, which I think is important. He's offering us protection so that we have a safety net right now because no one want to go against Lord Rufin. So that helps. But we should probably explain everything we know to him. Well, how much do you trust him to share everything you know, right? But again, where did this perception of it must be Blue Moon Vampires start? That's what I really want to get into, but I know that's going to be a Season 2 thing. Like, I know that we're not going to get to that till Part 2, which is in, well, hopefully, winter 2022. I say hopefully because I have no idea if they've absolutely concrete set that in yet. They haven't said for certain. It is a split core show, but split cores don't necessarily have to have a one-season break. We've had a couple of delays already. But yeah, I guess, yeah, there's so much mystery in Vanitas, and I'm trying to understand his character and what he's trying to do and why he's trying to do it. I feel like there's a backstory episode on Vanitas waiting to happen, and that's going to start, well, maybe not one episode, maybe it's going to be small snippets of information every now and then, but I guess we'll see. We didn't really explain Jean and Vanitas' blood-sucking thing. We didn't really go too much more into detail on that, which makes me think maybe the love episode might be between those two, because there is a very twisted form of love there. I say very twisted because it is quite twisted in the way that Vanitas approaches Jean. So I wonder if that's going to be focusing on that, because it feels like that's the natural thing to explore here that's not being covered, other than the grander mystery on who Vanitas is and what the book and this whole thing means for the world, and dealing with the group of charlatans and stuff, and the individual character of, what was it? Like, it began with an N? What was it? Nana or something? Nana. Maybe not like... Nania. There we go. I was close. Or Nania. I forget how it was pronounced, but yeah. Yeah, I'm curious to see where that links into it. But I feel like the Jean Vanitas bit needs to be explained first. That makes the most sense, especially with a title like Love, because there's not really any other form of love here, except maybe Noe and Domi, but I don't know how far they're going to push that. I feel like that's something that... could happen eventually, but they also feel more like brother-sister than that, so... I don't know. I guess we'll see. But that scene with the teacher as well was kind of interesting. Teacher doesn't care if the book is just outright good, outright bad. He wants Noe to experience the stories of those with it. It's kind of similar to Violet in that sense, Violet Evergarden. Because it wasn't a case of Violet Evergarden just being told what love meant. It meant doing her job and writing all these letters and going through all these different stories of people's lives and the different types of love they wish to convey to one another in very different circumstances to fully understand the form of love in her heart. It feels like they're doing like a very similar like episodic style there with a grander overarching narrative coming through. And that's something I really like. I like that method of storytelling. I think episodic shows might... I feel like episodic shows do really well in that regard, of keeping it varied and fresh, but also impacting on a core moral belief or meaning, whatever you want to go for. I don't think this is necessarily going that episodic route, obviously. I think this is definitely more narrative and character-based than pure episodic. But you can see where, like, that would come in, right? With the teacher saying, go experience all these different stories and how people encounter with the books and all that. So I guess we'll see where that ends up going. But yeah, next episode, Love. Let's go see what that has to do. So thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed the one as per usual. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the episode. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well. We're going to be doing episode 7, Love, right after this one. So if you're watching this one, by the time you finish this, there's a good chance the next one will be up as well. I upload them an hour after each other, so basically, whenever this one was uploaded, wait an hour of when that was, you will see the next episode. As well as the rest of the Summer 2021 live, you can find it on the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.